Make sure my streams are functional. Right. We should be kosher. Should be. Okay. I kill all the other guys too? I think I did. Ooh, that's the music from T3. You have to wonder, they have all these bullets, but none of them were shooting at me. They were using their little darts. Switch right there. Oh jeez, that one didn't come to life yet. I bet as soon as I hit this switch over here it will though. No! Shit! Ah. Luckily I wasn't too far into it. I think we might be having Elgato issues. Let me check here. Let me check this thing here. Has something to do with the sound. Oh, it's working fine. It just got really quiet. Now I gotta delete that little clip that I just made for no reason. Okay. There we go. Hey Rise, what's up? You sure are awake at this late hour. I've already died once. Because I'm hardcore. How are you today, sir? If you feel up to chatting, just hit me up on Discord. Not an absolute must, but you know. So apart from everything that's coming on within the next like 24 hours, this may be my last, if not my second to the last campaign stream. It's kind of, well, it's exciting, but at the same time it's like, geez, we're already at the end of it? That's crazy. Oh, the last hour at work tonight was slow, like crazy slow. Wait for that guy to wake up. No, he's not waking up. That's scary. Okay. Well, since he's going to just sit there and creep me out. I already killed you guys. No worries here. Okay, if this one is up, maybe the other one goes up too. Doesn't look too promising. Are they trying to tell me I gotta go behind that guy to turn that switch? I guess so. Oh yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Get out of here! Let's wait for that guy to wake up. Okay. Alright. can't see anything. Ah! Yeah, money back time. Luckily he had what I needed. My bots disappeared so fast. Yeah, that's fine. And they can come find your ass down there. Oh, this isn't good. I don't like being that much without. Alright. Where's the other guy? It is a quiet stream. I just got on here today. Or well, tonight, so. Silent but violent. Yes, I got him. Okay, no more surprises. Ugh, I still have 2, but still. I don't help with your sleeping problems? Are you saying I keep you up too late? 'Cause my schedule is the opposite? I'm sorry. Girls gotta do what girls gotta do. Otherwise I'd like never get on to stream at all. And if I did, it'd be like during the day when everyone's at work. Okay, that's where I came back from. This doesn't look dangerous at all. Yeah, I'm just trying to... Well, I mean, we're like at the tail end of the campaign running here, so I'm pretty much taking whatever... You know, 'cause like I said, this is all the streaming for Tomb Raider I've been doing. All the proceeds are going to be going towards that campaign. So I'm just trying to see how far we can get and how much we can do in the time we got left. Wish I didn't have to work tomorrow. I would just like go crazy, like boom. I don't know if this is the right spot. Like for jumping. Oh no, it's not. I gotta turn around. Yeah, I'm gonna load it because I don't want to deplete my health like that, especially when we're at the tail end of the game. The reward tiers have definitely gone up. We just, all the things they've added to it, if you want to check them out. Coffee. Actually, I just checked the goal, and they have maybe 13k to go, which seems like a lot, but considering they were going for an over 200k goal, they're doing quite well considering. So I think they'll make it. I really do. So I just figured I'd wait until the tail end to see, you know, whoever would tune in to the stream and still wanna. Ah, dang it! I know I gotta turn it around before I hit the wall. Oh, that would have been close. Okay, I'm gonna go up just a bit more. I had to get some practice though. Close, but not close enough. There we go. Well, I wish I had enough money to throw at the banquet ticket. That would be freaking awesome to do that. But yeah. I mean, you get the ticket for sure, but you know, it doesn't cover like just the cost of getting there and, you know. What's up? Little black cat, welcome back. Oh, I'm nervous about this. Ooh, I did it. Couldn't have gone any lower, because I wouldn't have made it. Oop, don't go up that way. Huh. Wow, dude. Really? They had to put him right there. And I can't even get those shells. That's silly. What a dumb place to put a guy. Oh, you just woke up? I just got off of work. It's almost 2 in the morning where I'm at. Oh man, I only got 1 medipack left. I'm not quite gonna save it just because I don't wanna. No, don't hit. Alright. Just gotta check something. There we go. Look, capture wasn't playing yet. Trying to figure out why. Ugh, I hate being caught between saving or not saving. It's so difficult. It's like I have no choice right now. I know I'm gonna be like encountering a bunch more people like in here, so I'm like nervous, like I'll just continue for now. I don't like being down to 1 medi. That drives me crazy. Oh, good. Got 2. And I got a Uzi shot. Oh, good. There's 4 of those suckers in that room. Not that one. It's this one. Okay. Well, I'm just going to take my chances. Ugh, I hate doing it though. I know we are. Have you seen what the goal is? Love for the campaign? That's like, boom. I'm glad it's still creeping up. It's awesome. Oh, I can do it on 2 large medipacks. Yeah. That's, I mean, you look at how much initially they were asking for. You're like, man, that's quite a bit of money. But people have really, well, and all the reward tiers have been upgraded. You know, they have apparel now and plaques and just, the gold edition albums and posters. It's freaking awesome. Okay. Whew. Not too bad. Shotgun, maybe? Ah. Show me what you got. Bah, 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 bah. In the face. Oh, yes. You know, it's like, why the hell do they even have these clips that are awesome for me, but they're not using at all? Damn it. Ugh. I didn't do too bad considering. Jesus, all they freaking got is Uzi clips. Good. Need 'em. Oh, and a medipack. Yeah, were my favorite out of all of them. Oh, I got 13 flares. Good. I always get uneasy when I run out of flares too. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna end up in a dark cavern. The only way I'm gonna be able to see is if one of my pistols light up when I shoot him. Hey! Scary man! Oh, what the hell? Oh, shit. Ooh, run away from me. Brother? Oh, good. He had a small medipack. That's exactly what I need. Alright, where's the other guy? Over here? He must have the key. Yes, he does. Because it's ginormous. No, don't pick up the dying flare. You silly ninny. I'm gonna save, because I'm doing actually not too bad. Alright. Such corners. Never know. We are at that point in the game already. It's crazy. Mystic black. I think some people get that in their teeth. Oh man, I know what's down here too. Yes, I do. It's scary. This room is so big. Probably won't let me go down in that water hole until after the shit happens. Maybe they will. Highly doubt it. 'Cause I don't want to ruin the climactic moment by just jumping into the water. Be easier to get all that stuff before they wake up though. Whoa, whoa, what's happening anyway? Oh man. I knew that was gonna happen as soon as we went over there. Upsy daisy. Ah! I'm screwed. Kiss my ass on Sunday. Damn. Did all that swimming, all that junk, just to get flambéed. How can I be on fire? I'm barely wearing anything, and my clothes are wet. Alright, sucker. I'll just wake you up from your slumber. Oh dear. Hey! Hey! What sucks is that he even knows where you are under the water. Dragons, no! Wave! Yes! Blah. My way. Run! Not too shabby. Run! Still there, Rice? Oh, this level was a pain in the butt, too. Not in my house. Okay. These guys are pissed that I got their butter knife. Piaches? Damn, that's a lot of bombs. It is huge. Dude, really? That is the most annoying sound. Whew. The epic shower scene.
Don't you think you've seen enough?
I love it. So epic. Made it to the end of T2. friggin' awesome. This was probably one of my favorite songs from the soundtrack. This is also part of the Tomb Raider suite. It's pretty awesome. Boom! Heck yeah, I'm all for that. You never do hear about what happened to that other, well, you kind of know what happened to them, but the rest of the guys. Two, three. Yeah, I better change what game I'm playing. Alright. Made it to 3. Don't know if we're gonna end with 3 before this campaign's over, but we'll see. Oh, the old meteorite. Hello.
I've been yelling myself hoarse on this radio every day. It's just the weather dumps on us frequently here. And maybe my transmission doesn't get through. I don't know.
I can't understand one word of what you say, Willard.
It's all going swell, sir. Get the bit up. Get it out.
His eyes were huge.
Hey, switch it off.
outside too. What about this?
Blow through it. Find more meteorite.
Nah, something a little younger than that.
Oh no! Billy!
I don't want you to set that explosive, do you hear me? I do not want you to set that explosive!
Wretched pyros.
Some people didn't know how to feel about this game. I mean, it was...
This place is a busy history.
I mean, I thought it was pretty good. But... you know, in direct comparison to 1 and 2, you know, you look at the story, of what you're going for, and what she's fighting for. So, I don't know. Heck yeah, we're gonna do Lara's home. The houses were like always my favorite part. I mean, it was basically training, but they're still fun to do.
Welcome back to my humble abode. Feel free to take a look around.
This guy. Are you laughing at Cuz? I think it's pretty awesome that he's here. Thank you very much. So you can't be talking about the butler. Oh, they even got a bidet. I always wanted a marble floor like that. Well, even like the mosaic tiling. It's almost got like an Egyptian spa feel to it. Like ugh. Dream bathroom. That's what dreams are made of, all in that bathroom. And we've downsized how big the bed is. Not too sure about the pink sheets, but whatever. And we have this sprint button. Because, yeah, sprinting is cool. I remember there was a sci-fi commercial, like on the Sci-Fi Channel, and it showed Lara playing a video game on this TV in this room, sitting on that couch, and she ended up getting game over, and she got really pissed at it, and she like drop kicked the TV. Well, she didn't drop kick it, she kicked it, and then it dropped. So it's like the opposite, really. Secret books. What? Yeah, let's go climb into the fireplace. That was just lit until a second ago, and burn our hands on the hot rocks. Yes, cat? Can I help you? I'm busy. I'm running through this house. And where the heck is the smoke leave? And that, I'm surprised we don't get carbon monoxide poisoning. Yes, cat? Got something to say to the people? Huh? What? Yay! Hello, kitty. Hello. It's probably like, who are you talking to? There's nobody here. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, that's right. They got save crystals. It's the one things that drove me crazy about. I don't like being limited to how many times I can save. I think I should be able to save whenever, wherever I'm at, and have it happen. Just saying. like a boss. First time. Feels are good. Yeah, I love this part. Totally upgraded the basement from the other one. I mean, it was just a room full of gold and like displaying her riches, and it's in the dark, mind you. So I like how they actually made it an aquarium. How cool is that? You know? I like shit a chicken the first time I seen this. I'm like, oh, oh, ah, so cool. And I couldn't get over how thick the glass is. Like it's like 5 feet thick. There's a key in there. That would just be cool to be able to just zone out in here and read your books, be surrounded by your fishes. Yeah. I'm all about that basement. And you'd be the only one that knows it exists. What would be really cool is if it led outside somewhere. Like, maybe a secret hole through her fountain in the front yard, or like where one of her training pools or something like that. They incorporated quite a bit of secret passages with it'd be the Tomb Raider for like the PlayStation 2, like Legend had that, and Anniversary did as well. Those mansions were really fun to play. I thoroughly enjoyed getting all those secrets and just chilling, you know, just being casual, just chill. I like it. Sploosh. Those officials are like, what the what and what? Quite an extensive spot to hide a key in your own house like that. I'd totally do it. Still, every time I wanted to use that track or that key, it'd be a pain in the butt to get it every time. Burp, burp. Yeah, see now what I would have done that would have been cool. Well, they changed the flare button. It's probably for the best though, because I can't tell you how many times I would set the controller down on my lap and a flare would fire up when I didn't want it to. I would put like a big screen TV, like home theater system, right there. And have a couple of couches, couple of chairs, got an awesome view behind you. I mean, the things I would do to this basement. I mean, I'd keep the aquarium straight up, but put a little cocktail bar, little beanbag chairs. I'd do things. I'd do things to that basement. Yay!
Let's go into
Hey,
the
buddy.
gym. Those of you who've been here before may notice the new decor. What do you think? Well, let's do some exercises. I think we should do them in order.
Should we do it for old time's sake? Might as well. Beep, boop, boop. Turn on some tunes. And yes, I always run across my table to get there. oh, it'd be something if they were able to hear these tunes the way they're supposed to be in that full orchestra. I would have I had goosebumps initially, just imagining being in that room. Of course, all the seats for the Abbey Road recording sessions are sold, but I can still imagine. I have memories that never happened, but I can imagine. Come on, Winston. You beefcake. What? Just like old times. Poor guy. And at least they made the sink more realistic, like the size of it. Cause in 2, it was like a friggin' tub. The faucet itself was like the size of her upper torso. It's crazy. Open up front door, it's sunshiny. Whee! Alright. And the music stops. It will.
I don't actually run everywhere. When I want to, with the walk
Can I
button
help
down,
you,
I won't fall
cat?
off, even if you try to make me. Go on, try it.
Make yourself comfortable, by all means.
If a jump is too far for me, I can grab the ledge and save myself
From a
from
nasty,
fall.
nasty fall.
Walk to the edge next to the white line until I won't go any further. Then press jump, immediately followed by
Beep.
forward. Press forward and I'll climb up. If I do a running jump, I can make a jump like that, no problem. Walk to the edge with the white line until I stop. Then let go of walk and tap backwards to give me a run up. Press forward and almost immediately press and hold the jump button. I won't actually jump until the last minute. Okay, this is a huge jump, so do a running jump exactly as before, except while I'm in the air, press and hold the action button to make me grab the ledge.
Yeah. Excellent.
Try to vault up here. Press forward and hold action. I can't climb up because the gap is too small, but press right and I'll shimmy sideways until there is room. Then press forward and I'll climb right up. Well done. If there's a long drop and I don't want to hurt myself jumping off, I can let myself down carefully. Tap backwards and I'll jump off backwards. Immediately press and hold the action button and I'll grab the ledge. Next I'll show you my crawl. First, vault onto
You
the
can actually
block.
like crouch
Now hold down
in
the
this
crawl
game
button.
too.
This will make me crouch
That's
down.
kind of cool.
And keep holding it while using the directional buttons to move me through
Never
the
do
gap.
that in the other one yet.
At the end, turn around and drop me off the ledge. Make
Well, I
sure
like
to
how
keep
with the
action
progression of
button
the
pressed
game,
or I'll fall.
you're able to
Now let go.
get more,
Push forward and hold down the
actions
crawl
that she
button
could
to make me
do.
squeeze into the gap. To get to those really high places, sometimes
Even
I'll
the
need to climb.
hand-to-hand combat
Let's
was
try that
admirable
now.
because I
Walk
mean,
up to the climbing frame,
there's a
then
reason they
press
gave
and
you
hold the action
unlimited
button so
pistol
I'll climb up
ammo
onto it.
with these
Now
older
looking up,
games
you'll
just
see some monkey
because
bars. These look like fun.
they didn't
Press the
have
jump
that
button,
hand-to-hand
and immediately hold down the action
capability
button
with
to
her,
make me jump and grab hold of the bars. Now use the directional
and they
buttons
just
to maneuver
stuck with her
across.
guns, which,
Don't let go of the action
they're
key, because as
definitely
soon
a
as
part
you
of
do,
her,
I'll let go.
her, just her,
That's great.
it's craft without her pistols. But still, when they started incorporating the hand-to-hand stuff, that was pretty cool too.
Right, let's sprint. Push forward and hold down the sprint button. When I reach the white line, press the jump button and I'll perform a dive. Okay, fancy a swim?
Sure. And this time when we go in the pool and get out, they won't say, okay, time to take off his wet clothes, and then the level's over.
The jump button and the directions move me around underwater.
You can go in and out of the pool as much as you want. I like that. That water looks green when you get in there.
Right, let's go and play outside. I don't actually run everywhere. When I want to be careful, I walk.
One. You have to wait for it to come up. Two. What's up, Twitcho22? Oh! I did it! I love that they did this, that they put the relics from the Dagger of Shen. Yeah, I'm definitely all for that campaign that's been going on. We have just over a day left, so I'm helping Nathan McCree promote it, and I was chatting with him, telling him I was going to do an exclusively original Tomb Raider stream, and all the proceeds that people throw at for the donation pool is all going towards that campaign. Got my attention. Yeah, Crafty and I have been, I almost said playing with each other. I'm playing her, more or less. For 20 years, since day one, you know. Even the newer ones they're pretty good too. I bet you know, these classic ones, these are Nathan McCree's jams. I mean, straight up. So that's why I told him, I'm like, I'm gonna be playing games that's got your jams in it. And all the music that you hear in the background too is all just Nathan McCree's stuff just going. So, and we are very close to our goal as well, so. Yeah, the newer ones they're definitely admirable that way. I mean, it took me a bit to get used to the 2013 one, just because since it was a reboot and they were taking a step back from this Croft, like they were showing how she became the Tomb Raider that we know and love, and it was hard dealing with a wussy Croft. I mean, she really was. I mean, but you know, they wanted you to be there to experience her first kill and all the other terrible things that she went through. But you know, you're not, that's even like in Tomb Raider 1, when you didn't know who this chick was, what her deal was, what she had been through. They just threw her at you that she had this badass attitude about her. Like, they're just, here's a chick who gets shit done. And she knows what she wants, and she knows how to go about getting it. You know? And that's kind of, I mean, that's what I liked about it. They just kind of left it a mystery for a while. You learned things as you went on, but I liked a chick that wasn't worried to get her hands dirty. I mean, she was brought up with that prestige and a lot of money, but she doesn't let it deter her from going out and you're getting a little grungy doing the architecture. Or what am I trying to say? Archaeological stuff. It's like she gets to do all the living for stuff that well, just the scenery that she sees. I mean, I know it's real, not real, but you know, how cool would that be to just have enough money to just be chill to go anywhere you want. To look in a history book, find an artifact, and be like, I'm going to find out anything and everything about this thing. You know? How cool would that be? Yes, I dressed up as her for Halloween numerous times. Ooh. That was a close shave. That's right, I was gonna do a running jump for that one. Yeah, oh, then that's just it. I think that's how they do it. You know, they get you into a character that has a situation that's like, hell yeah, it would be so cool to be able to do that. I mean, well, and even like with the reboots and stuff, you know, from the PS1, like the original ones that we're playing now, going into the ones for the PlayStation 2 and 3, and now where we are now, it's like they've had 3 different backstories as to, well, concerning her parents. I mean, I think that's definitely a huge chapter. And that was another thing that had me leery about the 2013 Tomb Raider, was because they didn't touch that really at all. I mean, they were casually brought up, but not about what happened, where they were, or whatever, and I was kind of scared that they were just gonna leave it at that. And luckily they didn't. I mean, Rise of the Tomb Raider pretty much quelled whatever doubts I had of the new, you know, the new reboot. Because not only did they touch on her parents, but they actually gave her a bit more of the seasoned Croft persona, you know. The DLC actually has a mansion level, and it's more than just a training level like this. You're like finding secrets and stuff. It's freaking amazing. So how'd you get out? But they addressed something that was like, you had closure, almost, like after how long, like 20 years of wondering how they're gonna dance around what happened, and they brought it forward, and it was really like powerful. Like, I got emotional over it. I'm like, holy crap, closure. Oh, yeah, it's Crafty and I, we go deep. I mean, you can take that however you want, but man, there are some people that have no idea that Lara has been around for as long as she has been. Like, how iconic she really is to the gaming industry. And you know, people are like, oh, well, we thought you were playing Tomb Raider. You know, they log in and they see this, and I'm like, this is Tomb Raider. And they're like, what? There's no way. I'm like, yeah, this is what Tomb Raider was before what you know it is, you know. But, you know, they're younger. It's not their fault that they don't have them, weren't even born at that time. But to kind of be that window, to open them up to something they didn't even know existed, as long as it had, you know. It's just cool to be that person to kind of make that revelation happen, and to be there as they hear that. I mean, it's cool. It gives them a higher appreciation too. Ooh, I was gonna twist it. Didn't have a good lineup, but it wasn't too bad. I live to talk about it. Up city. Little shortcut. Oh yeah. I'm gonna try to do that jump again. Oh shit. Well, see, and they got that composer buffet that's going on with the suite. Ooh, that was not bad. A little sloppy, but I did it. It would be so cool to be able to do that. I mean, they're having two of them. One in London, the other one's in San Francisco. But you pretty much get to meet Nathan McCree, the original voice actress for Lara, for Tomb Raider 1 anyway, Shelley Blonde, and the model, the official model at the time. And apparently you get served, you know, wine or champagne or whatever by Winston himself, like the butler. I don't know if they're going to be having someone acting as him, or if they're going to have a like a fancy video of him, you know, holding the train. Oh, welcome to the I don't know. You know, I really wish I had the bills to throw at to do that, because I mean, even to just get the ticket, I mean, obviously you need to pay for your own, like, transportation, like, to get there, and I'd probably have to fly there. I've never been in an airplane before, so I would just go to the LA one, but it'd be quite the experience, you know, once in a lifetime. And that's why, like, oh, and McCree asked to be my friend on Facebook, which was kind of, like, bizarre, because it's a complete role reversal. Like, this cannot be the same Nathan McCree. Like, but it was. It was totally legit him, and I'm like, dude, thanks for the ad. You have no idea, like, how awesome this is, and, you know, he had told me about the campaign and stuff, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna do something special with my Twitch stream. Like, I have to be a part of this. This is, and he liked the idea. He said, "Oh hell yeah, you know, absolutely." You know, well, he didn't exactly say that, but you know, he was game for it. So, and he said, send him a link whenever I'm live, so maybe he can, you know, tune in. And he said everything looked good on his end when he was watching it. So to have Nathan McCree have watched my stream at any point in time for any duration is, I'm beyond humbled by that. Like, that's that's so cool. Ugh. Yeah. Well, and I know I really want to go. I really do. It would be an awesome experience that I'd never regret. I mean, it would be awesome to be able to do. The one thing, you know, like I said, I wish the funds were where they needed to be. Things have been kind of crazy on my end over here, just with, you know, I work for this I build motorcycles for a living, and the company is kind of doing some rearranging and downsizing and all that kind of stuff, and there's like 300 people that are gonna be affected by it, so it's like, oh yeah, so me doing some crazy, I just want to go buy a car tomorrow. Not that I'd ever have that thought, but you get what I'm saying. Like those sporadic expenditures, you're kind of like, ooh, I better be careful just in case. You never know. So, I don't know. I mean, like I said, it seems like as the craziest things in your real time is happening, the most amazing moment of my life is happening at the same time, just with this whole campaign. I mean, it may seem like such a minor thing, but it's I love it. Well, thanks. You think I'm an awesome person? Oh, gal, you're making me blush. Whew, got really hot for a second. Yeah, well, and it's I'm call me attached to the subject, but it would be so cool. You know, to just anything. Of course, all those reward tiers that they have for the Kickstarter thing. Of course, I'm like, oh, I want all of it. I have to have all of it. But you know, it's not plausible. You know, it's so I'm really picking out the things that I would really
You
like.
want to look around, press and hold the look button. Then press in the direction you want to look.
And just kind of going from there. So, but they've added apparel to it, LPs. There's golden edition posters and records and. Oh, you think I'm beautiful? God, thank you. You are very awesome, sir or madam. I'm not sure what you are yet, but it's not my place to ask. Figured you'd tell me if you if you wanted to. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I was so excited. Putting this stream together was awesome. I mean, I changed all the icons, all the sounds when I get follows or donations or when people host. I mean, I put a lot of energy into it, and I could not wait to greenlight it. I could not wait to go live with it and just be able to not only have myself experience it, but everyone else too, who just happened to stumble across my stream just looking through Twitch channels and, hey, who's this person doing this? Well, it's just me, talking about nothing in particular, but everything at the same time.
I don't actually run everywhere. With the walk button down, I won't fall off, even if you try to make me.
Okay, I
Go
think
on,
I got
try
pretty
it.
much every little thing that I can on this training level. I should probably just jump right into the main game. I keep forgetting I don't have to jump to run faster. I have a sprint button now.
Now it's time for our third
Now, I
adventure.
really wanted to be able to go out there and woo. I always die when I go out the door. Whoa! Thanks for the follow, Twitch022. Welcome officially. Here's to you. There's no hard stuff in here, just a lot of sugar, which is essentially the same thing to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always good to meet a fellow TR fan. Alright. Let's get this cookie rolling. Oh, see, like, just boom, smack dab right in the jungle. No more pyramid boobies. That's right, there's monkeys here. Monkeys. And they throw things at you. No, that's a long slide, but at the same time, I don't want that monkey to get me on the way down. Be denied. That would be funny as if I ended up just totally biffing it on my first descent. I do that though. I will own it, even though I love Tomb Raider and I've played these games numerous times. I still derp out at them all the time. Make dumb jumps or derp, just derp. Oh shoot! Bull Bear, get out of here! You're trying to interfere with my gameplay. Now the monkey was able to push me off. Technically, he was already dead. Okay, I guess we'll live without it. Totally. I love it. It's all good. Well, and that little counter down there in the bottom corner, it says 1 day, 15 hours. So, I'll probably be putting in whatever I've made so far in. It'll either be Saturday or Friday. I mean, it's all gonna depend. So, of course, this weekend, I'm gonna end up having company maybe, and I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get on to stream, the last bit of the campaign. I mean, I really want to, but, things happen. But it ends at 6 o'clock, well, Central Time, where I'm at, on Saturday. So I'm just trying to write out as best as I can. Woo! Yay, I got the save crystal. Do not go in the quicksand. Note to self. Do not step on brown, smushy, smelly rocks. I like that little emoji that you have on there. Deep. Looks like a face I'd make. I probably do make that when I screw up in this game. Just, yeah, okay, what was that? Oh, I know there's a monkey down there, waiting to throw his poo at me. Well, poo. Barp, 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 barp. I feel bad killing all the. I don't know. Like, as a kid, I mean, I obviously felt bad. I'd hated killing the tigers and stuff because they were like my faves, but I feel extra bad. Well, and I don't hear that, or I should say read it. I don't get that very often from people, so I'm very flattered, because there are a lot of people that don't come out and say stuff like that just because of fear of how they'd react, and I'm a chill chick. I mean, it takes a lot to get under my skin in a bad way. So I mean, I really like that you're just upfront about it. I mean, it makes me feel good too. I think life's too short to hold stuff that that matters to you. You think it matters, but you don't know how everyone's gonna reciprocate. It's like, just say what you feel. Just do what you feel. Life's too short to care about what other, like if they're gonna react negatively. If it feels right, then do it. My favorite aspect compared to other games? I really like the female lead. I mean, I've played a lot of male-based games. I mean, but there's something about this one that's, I mean, she's kind of paved the way for a lot of these femme-led games. I mean, she's not the first one, obviously, but still. It's like you want to be her. I mean, how cool of a life would that be, to just go to see all these places, not have to worry about, like, she pulls you out of your reality and into hers, or, her, whatever you call her virtual reality. And if a game or character can get you to do that, to feel it that way, they did their job. Absolutely. Well, yeah, and I mean, to see the things that she does, I mean, she could totally get into the postcard business and just make everybody's day forever. But I guess I related to her just because I have a big intrigue for archaeological stuff, and I love knowing everything about like the mysteries of stuff. You know, even like there's some like abandoned houses or abandoned places that haven't seen people or people haven't been in for years, and I don't know, stuff like that just intrigues me, you know. Like what was it? When that movie The Mummy came out, not the one with Tom Cruise, the one with, you know, Brendan Fraser and Arnold Vosloo and stuff. I mean, just all the relics and all the detail that they had put into that movie was really good. I mean, I liked that. It would really be something to see all of those, well, just everything about it, really. Well, and like I said, I've never been on a plane. I mean, it may seem a little, wow, Steph, you're kind of introverted. Well, when you go right from going to school, graduating from school, going to college, and still kind of having the, you know, the school schedule, and then you jump right into, I own a house, and you gotta have a job to pay for it, and I was a special ed teacher for 7 years, and I love doing that job. I mean, I also was a home health care provider for a retired Air Force commander who had ALS for 7 years as well. And I mean, I was just a very people person, and I mean, but I don't know, in those motions that you're just going through the stages in your life and going forward that way, you know, like I said, you know, with a job and a house and whatever, it kind of keeps you from, you know, traveling is a bit more challenging, especially when I was working 7 days a week. I just did what I had to do to get by, you know. Oh, Ancient Alien, yes, that is a very good show, absolutely. Well, and I've kind of dabbled in some book writing too. I don't want to say written, because that would entitle that I completed them, but I didn't. I'd say about 6 different books or stories. I do plan to finish them someday at some point. I have the premise of them pretty much written out, but even just writing the stuff for that is, I mean, it has a lot to do with the old mysteries and relics and even like the old gods, and you know, you just kind of make your own story with it. And I've put a lot of just my visions of the things that I like to do, I don't know, from a creative standpoint. I put them together with video editing as well. I'll send you the link to, you will really like my TR video, my Rise of the Tomb Raider tribute vid. So this one you'll like. I'm pretty sure you will. Just from the bit that I've chatted with you, I think you really would like this. Even the rendition of that song, you know, it's hard to top the original because it was good as it was, but this one has got an edge to it, a grit that just changed everything. So yeah, if you feel like checking that out at some point, you can. But I put like those kinds of things together, like something that's got power, that's got emotion, that alright, good deal. I'd like to do stuff like that, like if I had the, you know, well, I have the ability obviously, but if I was in a location that would permit me to do that type of work on a, you know, like do cinematic transitions or trailers for games or even movies, I'd be okay with that too. But gaming is obviously one of my major elements of my life, so it's definitely been a medium that I like to dabble with when I'm doing that. But I love putting those videos together and watching the whole thing come to fruition. I mean, I listen to a lot of music that's not mainstream. I mean, I'm not against mainstream, but I like to dig on the underbelly of music and find the gems that nobody knows about, and I bring them to light, and they're totally a part of my, and they almost pull me in because they're not popular. They're not blown up like crazy popular, and everybody's not listening to them, so for me it's, yeah. Oh yeah, those student loans are fun. I'm still paying mine back. Yeah, it's, you look at the student loans thing too, like you're doing so much to get to your end game of where you want to be down the road, but honestly, especially with nowadays, there are so many possibilities that you can do. Half the time people have a career change or a education change more than a handful of times in their life. A lot of times the things that got you to go to school in the first place ends up changing when you're there, because college opens up so many doors that you didn't even know existed. I mean, that's what it's there for. It's to show you realistically what you can do in the world with where you're at, or where you could be, to be where get where you want to be. But like, I went to school for art and psychology. I mean, and those were two mediums that I was really good at. I mean, I loved them and I was invested in them, but it's just finding the right things to do with them. I mean, you know what you're good at, but what can you do with them to pull in a regular paycheck? And that was the challenge, really. 'Cause I mean, even though college opened all kinds of, like I said, possibilities, it just had to be the right one. And I don't know. And there too, it might have had to do with location. Plus, I was kind of conflicted. Because you're like, there's a lot of people that go to college specifically because they want a job, not necessarily what they love, but something that's going to pull in a lot of money. And that's what their end game is they just want to be able to make a shit ton of money. Which is, obviously a smart thing to do with just the way the world is today, and health insurance being what it is and what it isn't anymore. And you gotta cover your bases. But you also want to do something that you can see yourself doing and enjoying your whole life as well. And the art thing, I was definitely hoping, that's would carry on, and it may still well. I mean, you never know, because they say it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I mean, if health, like, if I got people spotting me from like Nathan McCree or BioWare reps, I mean, I've had them lurk on the stream before too. They don't say anything just because they want an unbiased opinion about gaming, and I give it to them. I'm real. I'll just straight up, I talk about the stuff I do and I don't like in a game. I don't sugarcoat. No shit, no chaser. But you never know, because when you get in an industry like that, they may not just be looking for someone with a particular, like, degree in a certain thing that they need. But if you have a natural flair for what they're looking for, that's all it takes. They'll get you the education that you need, or they'll train it, because with art, a lot of the times it can't be taught. You can refine your skills, but the passion has got to be there first. The ability to create, And for me, with going to a career in art, you kind of, at the time I was really pondering, like, okay, stuff, the reason you like art in the first place is because it's spontaneous and it just happens. Like, this spurt of creativity consumes you and you can't sleep until you make it come to life on that piece of paper or that piece of clay, or write down that chapter in that book you were thinking about. It just, boom, just happens. And that was the spark I loved about art, is that you can create it out of love, out of hate, out of anger, out of sadness. I mean, if you can get your emotions to bleed in that ink on the paper or whatever you're using to create it, you know, and I say essentially I do the same thing with those videos that I splice and put together that I sent you the link for. If you can have your emotion be fed through and they can feel it, people that, whether they know you or not, if they can feel that emotion that you put into it, you did your job. But anyway, back to what I was initially talking about. If you are going into a career for art, suddenly you're being made to have to do it. I mean, obviously, you know, which isn't a bad thing, but kind of. 'Cause if suddenly art is something that this is something you have to do, because you have to meet this deadline, or you need to do this certain thing every day for what, you know, like, is it still gonna be like it was? You know, like, do you still feel that spark of that creativity? Because there are times where I've forced myself to sit and do a piece of art or write a certain chapter just because, like, Steph, you have to get this done. You have to do it. Just do it. Well, when I come back to it later, I am able to feel the tension that I felt at the time creating it. Like, I recall just how it was not enjoyable at all. Like, it was just something that I knew I forced myself to do, and, you know, your heart was in the right place. Like, yeah, you gotta have a bit more self-discipline to do it, but at the same time, it captures that emotion too, which is something you don't particularly want to have to refeel again. Oh, well, I'm glad somebody's moved by it. I mean, I process things on such a, I don't, and this is my psychology stuff coming into the fold as well. I take a step back, and I mean, I have a tattoo on the back of my neck of two eyes, you know. It's like me looking forward and them looking, because I really see all perspectives of everything. Everything I do or say, I put myself in either the other person's position or how it's perceived from different elements and how it affects things. And I don't know, that's just the way my mind works too. Like, I take a step back and I really take things in, because I don't think a lot of people do that, and at least in the circle of people that I meet, they don't. I'll see or describe something and be like, oh, well, I never thought about it that way. Well, you gotta take that time. You gotta really take in what's going on around you, and in more ways. Don't have such a boxed mind about it. You know, think outside of the box, and, you know, challenge your mind, your emotions. Don't be afraid to feel or think certain things, like, oh wow, why'd I think of that? That's kind of, only a crazy person would think that way. Well, no. Who defines what's crazy anymore, you know? I don't like killing the big kitties. Those are so pretty. Don't make that sound when you die. Scarred for life. These trees are still perfectly square. Those sharp edges, man. Well, and I have used my art, I mean, even just on a personal, you know, like, just You know, and there too, if you do want a job with a steady paycheck that has to do with art, um you almost have to relocate, or you need to find a place that is able to, you know, you'd have to work for like a magazine, or some place that regularly has, you know, like graphic design or some kind of um you know, something to that extent where you actually are cut a paycheck on a regular basis. But that seems to be everyone's default, like their go-to, like, oh, we need to go to graphic design, or, you know, like, that's just, but, you know, it's, you almost feel like you're going with the flow, because, and that's the opposite of what artists are. You know, a lot of them just, they want to do their own thing and not what everyone else is doing. Because, I mean, that's kind of where a lot of my educators had, you know, like, oh, maybe graphic design or this or that, and it's, I don't want that. You know, you want to do something different, something, and I mean, I've totally immersed myself in my video editing stuff, and I mean, I know essentially I'm just taking something that already exists. I mean, I don't take any credit for, like, I mean, I take the scenes from the games that I play and add a lot of cinematic value to them, flip them around, or crop them, or do whatever, and add transitions. I mean, and when I listen to music, I mean, all those tunes that I listen to, it's, I can visualize it in my head, and it hits me like lightning. Like, I can just envision how a whole video would go, and I can't think of anything else that I'd rather do other than work on making that thing come to life. Like, I get a high from it, I really do. And then to be able to share it with other people is awesome as well. I mean, I do it mostly for myself, but at the same time, it's good that other people that have an appreciation for either the song or the game, there are people that have either the song brought them to the video and they watched it and they're like, man, I gotta play this game. That was really awesome with that song that you did. Or they knew about the game and didn't know the song, fell in love with the song because of the game footage, and next thing you know, this band is their new favorite thing. And I've had some bands, like, because I tag all the music I use, like, I don't claim any profit for, you know, because it's their stuff. I just took two things that have been made and I put them together. But the band, like, the bands that I tag there, they see it and they're like, you know, we thought you were maybe doing something kind of, but no, this is cool. This is nothing what we were expecting. This is pretty epic. You can use our music whenever you want, which I think is freaking awesome. You know, that, hey, this chick put this awesome game with our music. That's pretty cool. You know, the fact that even the music artists are digging it is awesome, you know. That they took the time to watch it. But there too, they probably had to protect their investment as well, make sure I'm not taking their stuff and trying to claim like it's mine, and it's not, you know. But I don't know, what do you call that? Photo energetic mind? Oh, holy cow. Can't get up there anyway. But anyway, I kind of went on a tangent there. I do that. I mean, that's the passion oozing out again. Like, I feel very strongly and have strong views on stuff like that, you know. It's, Well, thank you very much, Twitch022. And I hope to see you again on the stream soon. I'll be here. It's kind of sporadic the time I get on here, but if, yeah, you turn that notification button on, like when you followed, then you can get a text message or some way of knowing, so when I go live. Let's see here. Oh, there's still something over there too. I see it. Alright, sounds fantastic. Oh, so I was gonna mention earlier, that video that I had sent you, the official, like, Tomb Raider peeps on, was it Tumblr or Twitter? I can't remember, it was one of them. They found the video, and they asked my permission if they could share. I'm like, heck yeah, you know, I couldn't have done it without your guys' game. But yeah, they liked it too, and I thought that was awesome, because then all the people that follow them were able to, like, they see the post, and that kind of brought people to it too, so I was kind of fangirling for a bit there. But it's good. It's good to be, you know, that other people can enjoy it too. To be careful. I'm gonna use a flare or whatever. You can even, like, the graphics seem so much more clear from 2. I mean, I know it took a couple years between games to make it, but not very much actually. It shouldn't be too bad. Okay. Oops. I need to use a Matty Pack, 'cause I'm hurting myself. Blair, 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 Blair. So many dead monkeys. So little time. Bree. Oh. Oh, do 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 do. Someone's got a crush on me. How cool is that? It's awesome though. I love connecting with people like that. It's awesome. You know. I've had what was it? I've had a couple of viewers. They've, you know, send me PMs or, you know, ask, you know, just talk about whatever. And was it a paraplegic or quadriplegic person who could not play games because of her disability, but she loved watching them, and she really enjoyed watching my streams because she was to vicariously experience the games through my stream, and told me, you know, I was highlight of her day, and she couldn't wait to get home to wait for that little button that went live to say I was on, and, you know, was able to chat with her. You know, she was able to type and stuff, but to know that you're making a positive impact on someone's day, like their whole day, just, they'd think about the stream, you know, and I'm not doing anything fantastically, amazingly spectacular here. I'm here, I'm present, and it's just awesome to be a positive impact for somebody. You know, and there too, you know, I put myself in her situation, you know, like, can you imagine, like, seeing a cake, but not having any taste buds to taste it, or not being able to partake of it at all. I mean, you try to put it in a, like, you just imagine the scale, the caliber of the situation, and it makes you more appreciative for what you have, you know. And that home health care job that I did too, that I was thankful I was able to get out of bed on my own that day, you know, every day, and I didn't need help to do it from someone, that I didn't need any kind of assistance that way like some people do. I mean, just the simplest of tasks, and they, you know, I think people need to have more moments like that. It's like they need to wait till something terrible happens to them and they're like, wow, this sucks, this whatever. Well, you need to look at that stuff and think about it before it happens to you, and have a higher appreciation of the people that go through those struggles every day. And be more sympathetic to him. She loved that I just treated her like every other, like I didn't get, you know, like pity party like, or felt like I needed to give her excessive attention because of the situation, or I just was just chill, you know. She's like, you just make me feel like you're, you know, like I'm just like everybody else, and it feels good, you know. No discrimination, no, you know, because there are some people that, you know, they feed into that. They feel the difference, that people treat them different, and it makes them feel segregated from the situation. But jeez, kitty. But yeah, you never know with the things you say or do, no matter how big or small they may be, that you are affecting somebody, possibly for the rest of their life, or that day, or whatever. Whew, I got lucky. There's a save crystal right there. Well, and aside from, you know, the home healthcare thing, I mean, it's a very bizarre, like, thing that it hadn't really occurred to me until I was in the situation. But, you know, working with special needs kids and someone, you know, I'm trying to think of how I should say this so I don't, I want to say it in the right particular order so it has uniform. But, you know, I work with the special needs kids all day, and, you know, you're working with kids that are going through struggles that you can't even, you know, like, not only chemically, you know, if they come in, if they're medicated or not, you're helping them just get through a math assignment or whatever. You're trying to help someone understand something and they don't understand themselves. You're trying to understand someone who doesn't understand themselves yet. And, you know, that can be a challenging, you know, experience too, especially on a daily basis. And you never know what you're gonna get, you know, every day's different. And then 15 minutes later, after that job is done, I'm suddenly working for someone who's done it all, seen it all, been around the world 4 times, could go at any time. I mean, in his 70s. And, you know, he's done so much that, you know, like, I hope to aspire to do. I mean, but yeah, you work with that caliber of people that, you know, kids whose lives haven't even started yet. That the spark of life is still there. It has not been doused by reality of how hard and challenging that the real world will be. You know, it's difficult. And it's really reflective on my life too. Like I took all that, you know, literally, like, hot and cold, like the young and the old, and I think of where I was when I was their age, where I wanted to be. Are you happy where you are now? How would you have done things differently? Where do you hope or plan to be or have accomplished before you get to, you know, the Air Force commander's age? I mean, it's... Ugh, and then I got killed. It's a good thing I saved it there. I knew I was going to be getting close, because you got to get right up to the edge of that thing before you get in there. Or get up there, I should say. Well, I'm glad you found the stream too. I mean, it's always awesome to connect with all different kinds of people. And just that gaming is what brought it here. We're not even necessarily talking about gaming. Like I said, this is how my stream is. We just talk about whatever. You know, life, death, and everything in between. You know, there was one time I was streaming and we got on the topic of potatoes. Like the food potatoes. And the whole stream was just, oh man, twice loaded with a tab of butter and bacon bits, or no, au gratin, scalloped potatoes with ham is the way to go. You know, we went on for like 15 minutes about potatoes, and I'm like, oh, that's cool shit. You know, like we can just talk about whatever and not be judged, no matter how minute it is. Oh, so you can kind of relate. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the point, is if you can somehow connect yourself, not only will you have that higher understanding of other people, but of yourself as well. So, that's good. I work with a lady who is deaf at work, and she's a very nice girl. She can read lips very well, just because she actually used to be a team lead. So they're awesome people, and I like how they don't, oh shit, let their disability conquer them. I think a lot of people have a hard time with that. I mean, with good reason. I mean, it's not an easy thing to deal with, but some people just don't know how to handle it, you know, or they haven't met the right person to talk them through that, to have that understanding, that connection that I think people need to have more of. And well, it's like nowadays, I mean, they're even talking about possibly having like speech used to be like an entire class. Like, it used to be, like, they devoted a whole semester or quarter to it. Like, that was part of the referendum. Now, they're just kind of hacking and mangling it and grouping it with English and having the kids, well, we'll just have them read some papers out loud in front of the class. With paper in front of them, had to not memorize anything, essentially. I mean, barely. And I remember in school having to write a persuasive speech, and you had to think of something real good to persuade people, and I remember I did my speech on why people using flavored chapstick was getting ripped off. Yeah, it sounds bizarre, but I went on for about 5 to 10 minutes about it, just how, you got chapped lips, so what do? You put some amazing flavored Dr. Pepper chapstick on. How is that supposed to stop you from licking your lips. You just put something really good tasting on it. You know, like, I don't know. It was dumb, but it was definitely a conversation piece. Got people talking, and they're like, you're the only person we know that can go on for that long about chapstick. Well, and here we are talking about potatoes. You know? But I don't know, like, it's... Hi, Alan Cardoza. Tuning in from YouTube. I'm multi-streaming at the point. I got 3 different broadcasts going on 3 different websites. It's all the same video, obviously, but I have different peeps from all directions. Ah. I know there's some tigers coming. Oh yeah, speech was always fun. Well, and then of course they had that in college as well, also a requirement, which yeah, I think should be. It's But anyway, back to the point of the whole, you know, them grouping speech in with English now. That is like the most, I mean, at the time, even when I was in school. Luckily, I was born and raised pre-cell phone takeover. Like, we weren't ruled by cell phones like they are now, and but honestly, with technology, it's great. It's something that is not going anywhere, and it's improved our lives immensely. Not in all aspects, but it has. I mean, it's made things go just a lot smoother with travel and accessibility, being able to get a hold of anyone for any reason at any time with one click. You know, that's in your pocket. But the irony is that we're more interconnected than we've ever been in the history of forever. I mean, people being that accessible to everyone else at all times. It's also driving people away from each other. Meaning, like, you got kids that are texting their parents from upstairs in their room, and they're in the same house, asking, hey, what are we gonna have for supper tonight? Like, there's that communication of, like, FaceTime, like, us chatting like this. You know, it's just... Speech is not something that needs to go away. Like, it's something that I think they very much need to keep alive, because people are kind of losing their communication skills. You know, like, they go into a job interview and they're all fidgety. Well, they don't know how to communicate and carry themselves in real time. They have no problem I mean, people, and it's totally two-sided. People come off as one thing, like they're this fun, loving, duck-faced profile picture. You get what I'm saying? Like, they have a persona about themselves that they're projecting. Woo! Welcome, Heraldo Collet. Nice to see you. But, yeah. Yeah, nice to see you. I'm just kind of going on about the current state of the world as I'm running through the jungle, trying not to die and get squished by rocks or monkeys have poo throw at me. And I'm also promoting Nathan McCree's campaign. We were kind of chatting a bit, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna do a classic Tomb Raider stream, and all the money I make I'm thrown towards your campaign. And he's all like, oh, that's cool, very generous of you. So I'm kind of riding out the tail end of it. We only got like a day or so left. Oh, well, good. I'm glad you were enjoying it. I go off on tangents like that too, though. Like, I just feel really passionate about a lot of different things, and I have feels. They're very real. Yep, and feel free to chime in at any time when I'm going on like that. Because there are a lot of times where if I'm just going off about whatever, and there's no, like, nobody says anything, I'm like, wow, okay. Either they're just really into what I'm saying, or they just, no comment stuff. I have nothing to say about potatoes. Yeah, well, and they're so close to getting that goal. Last time I had checked, they were like at, was it 119? 190? Something like that. I'm gonna check. Just because I'm curious now. There's no monkeys up here gonna kill me. No, I've played these games since they came out. So I've played them numerous times. I'm just doing it for old time's sake, plus helping this campaign get where it needs to be. So, I mean, I told like the composers, like, man, I gotta be a part of this campaign that you got going. I'll do whatever I can to get where we need to be with it. And the prizes are like amazing. They've definitely upped them up, like, since the launch of the campaign. They've got apparel now, t-shirts, golden LPs. Well, not golden, but they're gold edition. And tin CDs. I mean, it's hardcore for any Tomb Raider fan like me who just wants all of it. I just wish I had the money to buy all of it. Like, so crazy. There's so much that they're giving away, and it's all once in a lifetime. And that's where it's at, is the exclusivity of the situation. That this is only gonna happen this one time, and it's all or nothing. So you feel more compelled to, oh my gosh. Must have. Woo. It's been a while since I saved. Maybe I should. Well, I only got 2 save crystals. I gotta be, like, really careful about my save crystals. Okay. Sploosh. Yep, I just wrapped up Tomb Raider 1. Or not 1, 2. Beat that dragon as much as I didn't want to kill him. It happened. Why is this all flickery? Weird. Yeah, they do have some good stuff. They've really came out of the woodwork with that. Just within the last week, they have added so much, like the shirts and pretty much everything that I had said before. Like, cause before they had digital downloads and the Jewel CD case, you know. But I think they do that too. Just they kind of reveal stuff as they go on, just to kind of. They needed to test the waters of the audience to see how are they going to warm up to this. Are they or aren't they? Because, I mean, they were asking over 200K. I mean, I don't know where you're from. You know, I'm from America, so for me it would be dollars, which seems like a crazy amount to be going for, but at the same time, he's going all out. We're talking like he's going for Abbey Road Studios in London to redo all of these music tracks that we're listening to. I mean, that's top notch. So yeah, obviously that's gonna be a little higher end just because you're gonna get what you pay for. I mean, I every time I hear these tunes now, like I just I get chills thinking of how amazing that would be to hear this in a full orchestra and full choir. You know, it would really be something. And to just say that I'm a part of it, that I'm help contributing to it. I mean, I'll be making my pledge either, well, it has to be within the, you know, before the timer's done. But I'm trying to stream as much as I can between working and sleeping just to get it, you know. They are so close. I think they will. Oh, you're from California. Alright, gotcha. You could probably guess where I'm from just because of my accent. There's nothing exotic about me at all. And I get a lot of crap from it at work too, because I work out of state. And I don't live very far from my job. I mean, it's maybe a half an hour, but it's going into another state, so people give me shit about being from where I'm from, and I just own it. I'm like, oh yeah, sure, you betcha. No sense in denying it. It's just like, it is what it is. Guy. Or girl, or whoever's giving me a hard time. Yep, I am all for it. One thing, well, the composer buffet thing, that is like the coup de grace, the coup de grace of those reward tiers. Like, how cool would that be to go to that reception and be able to meet Nathan McCree and the original voice actress for the original Tomb Raider game and the model at the time, and be served by Winston himself, the butler. I mean, this is like, if you rewound the clocks back 20 years and told the kid me that was playing these games, dude, this is what's gonna happen, and you're gonna be a part of it, like, I would have said you were crazy. But it's cool, because, yeah, I mean, because McCree asked to be my friend on Facebook, which is complete role reversal. You'd think it'd be like me asking him to be my friend, but he had seen my stuff apparently, somehow, some way, and said, oh yeah, I like your stuff. And I'm like, what? A lot of people stumbled across my Tomb Raider stream just from my, my video that I spliced together from Rise of the Tomb Raider that I posted on YouTube. So, in case you're interested, I'll post the link. Yes, I am a Final Fantasy fan. That anti-hero Sephiroth got me good. We got two different types of jams going. There's a bit more musical ambiances in them. The thing about these Tomb Raider games too is sometimes they had music that played in the background for longer periods of time like this. Other times you were just, it was silent. They gave you time to figure out what you were doing, where you were going, and all that jazz. Oh, you were just scrolling by and stumbled across? Well, it's like fate. Fate. Fate said, hey, this is gonna happen tonight. And we're like, okay. Well, I'm glad to have you. Glad to have you on the stream. currently streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Smashcast all at the same time. I thought about really expanding, like going on every streaming site available, but you know, for each one that you do, you have the chat open for each one, so you can connect with your people on all of them. So, I love connecting with my peeps. Oh yes, I gotta climb up the waterfalls and stuff. I like how those rocks just aren't slippery at all. I would not be graceful at all on the slippery rocks. Got a fellow Final Fantasy fan on YouTube watching. Where am I from? Like what country? Well, from North America. And I'll say I'm smack dab in the middle of the continent. Not the country, the continent. Talking the entire, including Canada and everything in between. Yeah, they're talking about how they like my username, Sephiroth. Cause yeah, Sephiroth from Final Fantasy. He got me good. He's a good one. One of those anti-heroes that you just can't hate. You have a severe love-hate for that person. And I'm like, man, maybe that's me on stream. And the fact that my name is Stephanie, this could just work out really well. How's the weather over here? Let me peek. It's still night over here, like it's about 4 in the morning where I'm at right now. So the weather's pretty calm. I mean, we had some pretty hefty rain earlier this morning. I'd say about 24 hours ago. I work a night job, so my days and nights are kind of bass-backwards, but anyway, it's been kind of cool all day, because, you know, you still feel that crisp rain weather, or, you know, like the atmosphere just blowing around, a little moist. And some people don't like that word, but I say it like crazy. Moist. Oh, you're from the UK. Oh man, it was 112 degrees in California. I can believe it. It's California, but geez, that's hot. It was kind of, we'll see, once we got into work too, there's like no air movement in there, just because we're working in a spot where we're you know, since I build motorcycles and stuff, you work with a lot of the wet paint and like the designs on the side and all that stuff, so you can't have any, you gotta wear suits that are lint free, can't have anything that could cause fibers or craters and stuff like that. So it's that hot air just from, because the sun did come out after it had got done raining, so then it just got like hot and sticky and all that jazz. So I mean, it was hot for a little while there, but then once the sun started to go down, and yeah, it cooled down. That rain was just awesome this morning, because I had just got done streaming last night, crawled into bed, and I'd say within a half an hour, that rain just torrential, just smelled good, felt good, it was good. I have a sick job. Yeah, it's so sick. But no, it's I like the job. I really do. I mean, the company's been going through some changes now. That's just kind of been, well, you wonder just the state of things, and you know, you want to, you know, keep going in the direction you have been going, and but you know, things happen. It's today's world. You just never know. It's really cool chatting with someone from the UK on YouTube. That's awesome. I was telling people earlier, you know, I've never been on a plane. I've never seen the ocean either. That's what I get for being smack dab in the middle of the continent. there will be a day where I will be able to have the time and be able to, like, afford to travel somewhere to go and... Yeah, and I think that's why I like Tomb Raider as well. I mean, call me an introvert, if you will. But honestly, I'm able to experience these places, even if they don't exist, vicariously through Lara Croft. I mean, it would be so cool to do what she does. Because she's, you know, she's financially stable. She's able to just look up any relic and go find it. I mean, how cool would it be to just wake up the next day with an open slate like that and not have a care in the world? Oh, you're a YouTuber? You stream on YouTube? Is that what you mean? Oh, when you were 23, you got on your first plane. Where were you headed? Well, in flights, I've heard have gotten, you know, obviously since 9/11 and all that. I mean, security with a lot of things have really upped. Oh, we got someone asking about the Tomb Raider Kickstarter. I will hook you up with the information on that in a second. Essentially, the Tomb Raider suite is the original composer from these games who did all the music. He is planning to remaster all of these tracks at Abbey Road London Studios, you know, in London, like the bigwigs, like full orchestra, full choir, and there's going to be a big composer buffet. You can go visit or meet them, and I mean, it's a Tomb Raider nostalgic dream. Like, I would just be ecstatic if I could go to that buffet. You know, I'm throwing whatever donations I make from my stream at this thing, because it's an all or nothing. They need to meet that goal before they can do anything. I mean, they're gonna be cracking out CDs, albums, there's t-shirts, tank tops, they got a fancy 3D laser plaque now that just came out, like, today. So, now's a good time to have a shit ton of money if you want to buy a bunch of stuff. Alright, I'm sending the link over to YouTube, just so they have it. Oh, you lived in Korea? And then just moved back? Oh, really? That's cool. More places than I could say I've been. I haven't really... I mean, I have been in Canada. I mean, I will say I've been there. I haven't really... Hello. Sorry about that. My video decided to refresh, and here we are. Hearing my voice twice. Okay. Anyway. Meanwhile, Crofty's just wading in the water, standing in the rain. Waiting for me to do something. Yeah, the new Tomb Raider was really good. The one that came out in 2013, it took me a bit to warm up to, just because I know it was the start of the reboot, and they wanted to show you how she became the hero that she is, and you know, I'm used to a seasoned Croft, a no bullshit, no chaser woman that just goes out and gets what she needs and wants and does it without flaw. But the new one was really good. I actually have I actually made a video, like a splice video, with awesome song that I liked and footage that I really liked from the Tomb Raider game as well, if you guys are interested in watching it. So I know some of you have seen it or clicked on it before, but you know. Alright, I'm sending that link over there too. Okay, what states have I been to? I've been to Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Wisconsin, Michigan, a little bit Michigan, maybe, I think. I might have grazed in there, but we might not. That was probably just passing through or passing by. Anyway. Some traveling. Yeah, I did have. Well, and I leave the state every day I go to work because yeah. It just. That's where the place is. And I just happen to not live in the same state. So. Okay, there we go. Just had to make sure I found all of my crap. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yay, we did it. And we have company. No, I don't want to kill a big kitty. You know how much trouble, like, law-wise she would get in? Ugh, all these animals. You don't think of that stuff when you're playing the game as a kid. Like, you just, live, have to survive, kill it. Wow, you've been to all kinds of places, El Rodo Cole. I'm gonna call you Coil, for short. Yeah, that new the new Tomb Raider game was pretty good. I mean, it was starting to get the feel of it. The DLC was absolutely amazing. It was definitely worth your money. I know there's a lot of people that are so anti-DLC with some games, and it's like, if it's worth your buck, it's worth it. And that one was definitely worth it. It was a treat for especially the nostalgic Tomb Raider fans that have played the games for 20 years. And like, there's this part in the game, you know, you're running through the house like you do. I mean, I love the mansions, period. But she's reading books and little excerpts of just about whatever, and there actually is something that the butler brings up. And he's like, "Oh, Lara did the most atrocious thing. She locked me in the freezer the other." So I thought that was great, because I honestly had thought I was the only one that had locked him in the freezer. Like, I really did. Like, I thought that was just me being a smart butt. But no, apparently the general public locked him in the freezer, and they addressed that, and was it was great. And she finds something that correlates to the Dagger of Shen that we just acquired in Tomb Raider 2. She's like, "Oh, I'll have to look into this someday." Like, I freaked out, because, you know, only the diehard fans that have played it for as long and know the artifacts and the relics that she's gone for, I mean, would really be able to appreciate it. So yeah, it was worth it for me. Well, and I've had quite a few people that jump on the stream, they're like, "Oh, well, we thought you were playing Tomb Raider." They were expecting the new one. And I'm like, "No, this is Tomb Raider." They're like, no, it's not. This is like old. Looks like Minecraft or something. And I'm like, no, this is what paved the way for the Lara Croft that you guys know. You know, they're younger. I mean, it's not their fault they're born when they were, but their minds are just blown that Croft has been around for 20 plus years now. That she's paved the way for so many, like, just games that we have nowadays with the female leads, especially. But I like being that window that they didn't know was going to be opened when they clicked on my stream. You know, teach them a thing or two about it too. You know, it's all good. It is all good. I don't have key. Nope. Nope. She says it like a robot. What is my favorite Tomb Raider? Oh man, there's daggers with that question. 'Cause I mean, they'd probably have to be segregated. I'm talking like, what was your favorite ones on the PS1 or PC or PlayStation 2? Or I don't know. I don't think I could choose, because each one of them kind of brought their own element of awesome to the table. Because I recall a lot of, just when the games came out initially. Oh, there it is. The new stuff that they, the new things that you can do. Like when this one came out, you could crouch, you could crawl underneath stuff. Like that was awesome. And I remember being really, really psyched by little things like that. Just the little tweaks and improvements they did. But, and then you look in a graphical sense, and that new Tomb Raider is just like to die for, amazing. Like it's so good. I'm tempted to save there, but I don't know. Should be okay, as long as I don't fall in that dang. Oh, good. I knew it was the end of the thing too, so that's why I waited. The older games were a lot more challenging than the new ones. It seems like a lot of the new ones, including the PS2 ones, they walked you hand in hand through it. Like, it was very obvious where you needed to go and what you needed to do.
Hello?
Not that that's bad,
Hello?
but
What?
I felt a lot more accomplished when I
No.
beat something that was more challenging. That took
You don't
time.
Stop. I might be just fine. Just 100%. Just.
If you'd all stop, who are you talking about?
All you. Hundreds of you talking and chattering and breaking my brain up.
Well, I'm not quite sure where you're coming from. But I
Yeah,
just
he
want
says
to
the
know
new
about
ones
your
were
father.
more action-based.
In the
Yeah,
temple.
and they were. The cinematics
Magic and all, huh?
during the action sequences were amazing. I mean, and her movements are very
Is there
fluid
anyone else here with you?
Yeah. Randy and Roy.
mid-battle. I mean, it's...
Randy and
In
Roy?
these older games, a lot of people are like, why, how can you go back to those old games? Or just, how can you stand looking at them, or whatever.
I told them not to.
I have a higher appreciation for the new ones.
Now I doubt under half a
Just
dozen
because
mudslides.
you need to take a step back and look at where we've come from in 20 years. I mean, this was top notch for its time, Tomb Raider 3.
I'd offer the same advice to you, but you don't seem like the type to take it.
So,
If I said you're gonna die.
to just be able to have that moment, to be able to be like, man, we've come a long way. Alright, we'll see you next time, Coil. Thanks for tuning in. Jungle, welcome to the jungle. We have fun. trees? Anywhere? I'm like inside of a tree. Speaking of which, I had heard a couple of months ago that there's a tree in California. Jeez. That you used to be, you know, that you could drive through. Like, it was huge, but they had carved a hole in the bottom or something. There was a way you could drive through it, like with a car or whatever, if you wanted to. I don't think they let people do that anymore, but anyway, you could. It was that big. But apparently some damaging, like, factor had, I can't remember if it was weather related or something. Something had happened to it, and that tree was no longer there. So that was really sad, because it was one of those 100-year redwood trees, like big suckers. We got everything you want, Sephiroth knows my name. Did I say that the right way? Punctuation. Wow. Say what? Okay, we got cobras here, so be careful. I see another one. It's like you see him coiled up like a pile of poo. Ha! That little, oh, I guess it depends. From my angle, my little chat bar on YouTube, it looks like the crown that's the head of my name is on top of the emoji with the tongue sticking out. Like a boss. What's this? Can't do nothing. Aha! She says it more of a Hey, did that open what I thought it did? Yeah, yes. It's so dark. I feel like I'm looking through heat vision scope. Alright, that's where it came from. Question is, what am I going? Ho ho ho. Such mysteries. I see, baby. Nothing useful in there? These square walls. Not a what? Negative. Whoa! Ow! Poor monkeys. I'm on their turf. I will not steal any of your bananas. I promise. Today. Ooh, there's something up there. I see it. It's clips. Kind of clips. Ooh, there's something up there too. Heck yeah. Piranha. Yeah, piranha. They're in the Amazon. Finding Nemo. That's a movie I can't believe has been out as long as it has been too. Took them long enough to try to continue it as well. I love oceanic themed stories, games, movies. That game Abzu was definitely up my alley. That's what baffles me. I've always loved oceanic stuff. Like Little Mermaid was always like, and not the Disney one. We're talking the Hans Christian Andersen that doesn't have the sugar-coated everybody ends up happy at the ending. Like I've never, and the fact that, you know, I just love all the oceanic stuff, and I've never once seen the ocean, and that's sad. That's really sad. It makes me sad. All over sad. Feels. I don't want to die in a batch of piranhas. Not today. It's been a while since I saved. Should probably do that. Since I did a lot of stuff in the meantime. Thought there was a tunnel somewhere that you needed to swim to really fast. Well, I think that way I can go that way, but those piranhas are gonna be on me like hotcakes. Careful, this is snake weather. Looks like I need to... Whoa. I have a big cat over here right now. Casting an ominous shadow. Sylvester, what are you doing? There's something down there. But I know as soon as I jump in, that piranha, batch of piranhas is gonna get me. There is a tunnel of some kind over there. Oh, what could hurt? I could die. That's what could hurt. The door's not open down there. Let's see what happens. Ah! The piranhas are getting me. Away with you. just had me for brupper. Breakfast, lunch, and supper. Oh, shoot. Wish I would have just took tomorrow off for such a momentous occasion. I should totally not be working. I gotta finish out this campaign strong, though. This will be the only time I get to do it. Like in forever. Like ever. It's an all or nothing. Yeah. Sylvester, come here. The cat is acting weird, and I don't like it. Yeah, I'm talking about you, sir. Hey, Rizzo. How are you doing? Today, tonight, this morning, wherever you are, whatever time it is. No, this is on the PlayStation. Whew, get out of water. Okay, that's where I came from. Oops. Thought that button would end up opening up the door over there, but it did not. Maybe it opened up some other door elsewhere. Oh, this song would be totally awesome to hear completely remastered. I would be all for that. That's where I came from initially, I believe. Oh, did ya? Good for you. I'm just kind of riding out the, to the tail end of the campaign, and I'm gonna throw all the donations that I've made through the stream at the campaign. So. No, it's alright. I understood what you meant, Rizzo. Oh, shoot. Don't go that way. You don't have a choice. Okay, it led me out to the same... Well, no, this isn't the same. It's different. Looks the same. Kitu. Whoa, 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 whoa. None of that. Need to get a flare out. Can't see nothing. Oh, shoot. What was that about? Alright then. Whatever you say, Holmes. What's this? No, don't go up. Go right into the piranha. We don't want that. Alright, I need to get to that shore over there apparently. I can't show you what I'm doing. Here they come, and there they go. Oh, they know I'm there. Yes, they do. Wow! Crap! There's a current. And here I thought. Yeah, little black cat. These graphics were top-notch blocky at the time. Oh. No, I'm good. And I already killed that snake. I hit the button. Next, I can't get to that one. God, it's like going on 5 in the morning here. I still have to work tomorrow. Getting sleepy face. I really would like to get on to stream again tomorrow at some point. I'll probably be getting up a bit earlier in the morning. Maybe I'll squeeze in some more stream time before. So I mean, we only have one day left. I have to try and get as much time in to do it as I can. On the central platform. What? These camera angles changing mysteriously on me. Gotta be a lever or a switch that I'm not hitting yet. Because that door over there is not open at all. Hit it again, see what happens. I hear the door open, but I don't see nothing. Nope, nope. Okay. I can't get in there. Ah! There we go. The monkeys. Doot in water. Doot. I like that word. It's not even a word, but I'm gonna act like it is, because it's funny. Doot. Burr. Okay. That's too long of a jump anyway. Alright. Alright. sure is pretty. I like it. I'd like to see the jungle. And waterfalls. Yeah, there's a lot of things I want to see in real time. Not just blocks. Only got 2 of those left. Ugh, I hate that I gotta save them like that. I like being able to save as much as I want. Poor monkeys. They come in and steal their bananas. And then they don't know what to do. I'd be mad too. Stole my bananas. Hello, AC Yellow Terminator. Welcome to the stream. Currently writing out the final hours of this Tomb Raider Sweet campaign. We are almost there. Once we get closer down to the time frame. Greetings from the UK. Nice to meet ya. Hoofda. Such a sketchy jump. See, that's what I mean. Like, places to even find your secrets are not obvious. Like, they must seem impossible. Oh man, I really don't want to have to go to bed to go to work, but I have to. It's nothing worse than being tired at work. It's terrible. It's not good to be tired at work when you're building motorcycles. Yeah, they are challenging. Well, and it seems like whenever I'd stumble across someone who had played these old games, it was very rare that I didn't find someone who didn't use those cheats like crazy. Like I'd start talking about like details of the levels and what they thought about certain things, and they're like, "Oh, well, I must have never got to that point because I must have just skipped over it. It got too hard." And I'm like, "Oh, are you kidding me?" Like I get so disgusted by that because from a creative standpoint, like, dude, someone took the time to make these games and make these puzzles and these challenges. And when they have, like, one hint of challenge, or that they're hard, people just skip over them, you know? It's like, that's someone's creative output that you just snuffed and slid under the carpet just to say that you saw the credits roll at the end, you know? I like games that are challenging, because then once you beat them, you feel so much more accomplished that way. No, this is TR3. Yep. That's quite the jump. I don't know if I trust it. Yep, and this is where I was to start with. I wasn't on top of the trees last time, of course, but... Dang it! Yeah, the Tomb Raiders, I really like them all. There was maybe a couple that it took me a bit to warm up to just because of reasons. But I came around to them. You know, it's ultimately you're just satisfied that they're still making them. You know, you'd rather have something, you know, there to play, to work with, than to have them not make it at all. Hey, Matadu 14, welcome. Yeah, I actually made a video that showcases Rise of the Tomb Raider with the song, well, it's music that I really love. So you might get into it. I'll send you the link in case you're interested. Exclusive, you say? Yep, and if you guys want to, you know, if you can follow or subscribe on YouTube or on Twitch as well. Whatever you feel comfortable with. I just decided to do a lot of cross-streaming between different sites because I know there are some people that are either pro one or anti the other, and I just kind of wanted to be able to have the broad spectrum. Yeah, I figured it'd be a matter of time. I mean, they left things pretty open-ended with that story, so I really want to see where things pan out. It'll be interesting to see how Alicia Vikander does with it. Well, you're awesome, Terminator. So in other words, you will be back. Sorry, I had to say it. You opened that window a crack. I threw the frickin' thing wide open. Mighty Pack. Oh, made to do 14? You subscribe to my channel? Or people you're conversing with channel? Either way, it's all good. You're all welcome here. Oh! I almost fell into the water. Angel of Darkness style. That game, I will say, I only got through the intro and I had to shut it off and put it away for a while. I didn't even like play it, like legit move, like make her, like play her or anything, because the intro cinematic had me so ticked off. I was so mad just because, you know, it had Werner von Croy in it, you know, your adversary throughout how many games before, only to watch an elaborate cinematic of someone else finishing the job. Like it's stolen valor. Like I was so mad. That's, you know, you had asked, you know, what my favorite Tomb Raider, least favorite ones. Well, like I said, there were some of them that had moments like that that just irked me. Well, I figured, but I didn't want to assume anything either, because I always like to thank people personally when they subscribe or follow or chat or anything like that. So, oh, you leaving us, Rizzo? Nice to see you. Hope to see you again soon. Oh, my cats are very sociable at this hour, apparently. Ah, man, I do gotta think about heading to bed, though. Just so I can get up earlier and hopefully hop on the stream in a few hours. As long as I get a couple hours of sleep, I'll be okay. So, but yeah, thanks to everyone who tuned in, subscribed, followed, donated. You guys are awesome. So, good night, good morning, good day, whatever, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. So, we'll see ya.